everyone, welcome back. Always good to see you on a Sunday. Thank you for taking time out to spend it with me just for a few moments. I hope you're going to enjoy the project we're going to make today. Right, I have put together a really simple little project. You require 2 sheets of paper. So I have got these 2 sheets of paper here. Mine are A4, but it doesn't matter because an 11-inch length and 8.5 is going to work, which is the US letter size as well. So either way. I've got a couple of bits of ephemera here. So these are just from my ephemera kit from my Spring Splendor journal collection. This particular one is from the mini pages, from the journal pages. I've just cut out one of the pieces, which equates to really 1/4 of the page, and I've just backed it onto my lace paper and put a tab on there. All right, I'm running out of ephemera now. We're coming to the end of this journal. So that's what I've got to the side there. I have pulled out this signature, and I have gone towards the section in the middle where we've got a lace page. I'm going to put this project onto this page, and it's just the tea stained one in the middle and this that are before that. All right, so I'm going to just put that to the side here, and we're going to start with our project. So some other little goodies that I've gathered. So you might want a couple of fussy cuts. I did take out this daisy fussy cut floral from my floral fussy cut pages. I've printed it 2 to a page. I'm just using that. I'm quite enjoying using those because all the flowers are definitely part of spring, aren't they? So I've got a couple of fussy cuts there in pink, yellow and green. A couple of the little daisy flowers. I've used some paper flowers sewn onto the buttons from the button bundle I put together. Got a butterfly, one of those butterflies I made before. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that one. I've got a comment, a little quote from William Shakespeare. That's also part of my ephemera bundle. I'm going to use one of these little Velcro dots, a piece of ribbon and a piece of lace that I had, and I might use that tag. So I've just got a few bits to decorate what we're going to make today. Right, so let me put that to the side. Okay, now with your 2 sheets of paper, they only need to be single side printed anyway. You might need a little scrap of paper as well, just a tiny, 2 by 3 inch square for a little piece as well, but predominantly this is what we're going to use. I am going to start off by saying decide which one you want to use for the top and one which you want to use for the base. All right, so I'm going to use this for the top. You'll see what it all makes sense when I start putting it together, and this I'm going to use for the base. All right, so these are this is from my background pages for the Spring Splendor. It's also in my I've got daisy or floral background pages, and this is from that Spring Splendor journal pages kit. Okay, right, so what I want to do first of all is get a long ruler, and you can use your trimmer if that's better for you. I am going to take this one, the one that I'm going to use for the top, and I want to measure 10 inches. 10 inches. So 10 inches it's about 25 centimeters, I think. 25.5. All right, so I'm going to trim this off at the 10-inch mark so that we use 10 inches. Now what you're left with will be different. It just depends on what size paper you're using, but it doesn't matter because we can all measure 10 inches. If you're using the US letter size, then your page is just 1/4 inch wider, and that's not really going to matter at all. Right, so I'm going to use this piece for the top piece, and what I want to then do is I've got this piece here as well. Now I'm going to measure this so that we're all working at the same measurements here. I want to measure this 11 inches. All right, so I'm going to cut it off at the 11-inch length. And you don't need to do this if you've got a US letter size. This is just for those using A4. Okay, hang on to those bits. All right, so we've got that sorted. And now what I want to do is For this one, I want you to fold it over and just fold it in half. Fold it in half, match up the corners, which is not easy to do when you're videoing. Alright, so we'll do that. Now I'm using 160 GSM paper, as I always do, but I know someone will ask me, so that's what I'm going to say. Right, then what I want you to do is, I want you just to fold this over. Let me give you an approximate measure, about 2 inches, and I'm just eyeballing it. Right, 2 inches. Yeah, so you've got your fold in the middle, we're folding that over 2 inches. Use your bone folder. Now what I want you to do is fold this over, but just lap it over, so you've got like an 1/8 of an inch there really. Okay, so you don't have to measure it, but just get it straight, that's all, and fold that down. Okay, so that one is good to go. Now we can just fold it back up on this bit here. We'll do some gluing in a bit, but I just want to get that sorted. Right, so you've got this now. Right, put that one to the side there. Right, with this one, we've got a couple of measurements to do. Well, one really. Right, what I want to do here is, I want to first measure 2 3/4 inches from the top. So from the right, 2 3/4, sorry, just getting my ruler right there, and I'm going to make a little mark. I'm going to do the same over here, 2 3/4. I'm doing it on the side I'm not going to see, so I'm just going to draw a line there like that, just so I know I've got it right. Okay, I need to think a little bit now. Think. Okay, so we've got that line there. That is a line we want to score on as well. Okay, now I'm just using my ruler, and that should be pretty straight, I hope. Right, and we can fold that over there. Okay, oops. Right, that's going to be our little lid. Now what we want to do is a similar thing, and again about 2 inches from this side, and you don't really need to measure it. You want to fold that over, and again you want to just lap it, the edge over a little bit, yeah, and fold that down. Right, I hope I get this in the right order of things. I have made a little pro forma one, so hopefully I get it right. Okay, fold that down again. Okay. Oh, that's what I didn't bring out, my corner rounder punch, but I can get that in a minute. Okay, right, what I want to do now is I'm going to just measure with this little ruler. Let's make it about 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is fine. 1/2 inch from this fold line down. Make a little mark on each side here. Bring it closer so I can see. Yeah, and you can draw across it lightly with your pencil. That's probably the way to go. Just lining this up, and then I'm going to make a soft line there. You can always rub it out. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut along the fold line, not the pencil line, the fold line. All right, so let's do that just left of that fold lines. I mean, you know, it's like a hair's breadth. You want to just do that to this fold line here, and then fold that in just so that we can get to it better. We want to just go down to the line that we've drawn. Okay, so you've gone along the fold line and slit along this seam here just at the fold line. You can do that on both sides. All right, so again on the fold line, And then okay, right, now go back to your ruler, and where you've got those pencil marks, I'm going to score straight across, not straight across, up to where you drew those pencil marks, not this bit, just there and there. All right, so we've got that bit there. Then you want to just fold that down and fold that down. All right, there we go. Now you had these little scraps from earlier if you cut it off, otherwise grab any other scrap. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to use this because I think that'll be just right for what I need to do. I just want to fill in the white section. You can stencil on it if you want to. I'm just using the scrap of paper to fill in that section there. Now when you put it in, don't go over the fold line that you've drawn with the pencil there. All right, so let's measure that quickly. Let's measure that, just making it slightly narrow so that it's not going to go over anything and, you know, hamper any folding. And I think that's the fold line. I think I might be wrong. We might need to trim it and see, but no, I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to do the edge there. Now while you're at it, just put some ink just in case any of that is going to show through. And at this point you can use your eraser and rub out the pencil mark, but you're not really going to see it. All right, all that's going to be there really is the edge of this paper. All right, so I'm going to stick this down. I know this looks weird, but the difficult part's over now. We're just doing the fun stuff now. And the reason I've done this is to make a secret pocket at the back, really, that's all. If you don't want a secret pocket here, then obviously you don't need to do that. But, you know, who doesn't like a secret pocket? Right, I want to just get that flush up to the edge there, like that. Okay. Right, now go and take your glue. Put some glue on there, just on that edge. This is just going to reinforce the little bit. Now really, I'm going to join these two together in a minute. You'll see where we folded, but this is just to get that pocket nice and firm. Right, now I'm going to fold that down. So you've got that now, yeah? So now we're going to those are folded to lap over. So before I do that, if you want to, this is where you can just put a little bit of ink if you want to. I mean, I'm not going to do too much. Right, so that one was there and the glue goes on this side. This is just to join them up. And then of course, it's going to go on this side as well. So put some glue at the base here, just to close the base. Right, so that's going to go down. And then I'm mindful of going over the edge. Right, and then we're going to join those up there. All right, and then we've got that sealed. So we've got effectively a pocket in there now. All right. Now, don't worry about this. We're going to put something on the base here. What we want to do with the top now is just seal the top completely. Now, we don't need to make any secret anythings here, so I'm going to just close this up. You could, I suppose. Nobody would ever expect to find one in the flappy bit, would they? But yeah, that's that. And then I think it's just a little bit on the end there. Just make sure I get all the sections. All right, so there we go. Okay, so we've got that bit done, and we can now take our bone folder. give it a good burnish, and hopefully you didn't get any paper up past that section. So let's just cover that little bit in there, and we can then go and put your ink on wherever you want. Okay, so we've got all of that sorted. I went and grabbed my corner rounder punch, and I'm going to just punch around these corners here. And as I always tell you, if you don't have one of these, then just use the edge of your distress ink, draw around it, and you can use it as a template. All right, okay, so we've got that done. I'm going to just, I've done a little bit of inking on the other side, so there we go. That's ready to go. So I'm happy with that. Maybe just a little bit of this, but not too worried. Now what I've done is I've grabbed a piece of paper that's wide as this here, and I've just made mine double to make a nice reinforced pocket. So this is 4 inches and as wide as your paper. Mine is just over 4 inches, but if you've got the US letter size, yours might be 4 1/4 to 4 1/2. All right, depending how much you've lapped it over. So just go and check that out. Right, I'm going to just use my glue stick here. I want to just put these two bits together. This was a scrap, so it's got like a little bit of a notch there, but I'm going to put that to the back so no one's going to see. So yeah, use those scraps. There we go. All right, so a nice firm pocket to go onto the bottom of our little page here, and that's perfect. Right, so I want to get that on just over there. Yeah, so I'm going to just stick it down on 3 sides. There we go. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. We have a bank holiday tomorrow, so that's like a holiday, like a public holiday, and the weather has been phenomenal. So yeah, I am having a little few moments out inside, having a good time, you know, pottering here in the garden as I can because the weather's so lovely and you just want to. So yeah, I've been having the best sort of time. So that is amazing. I hope the weather is holding up and it's not too cold in the southern hemisphere, because there is always that worry, isn't there? Okay, so we are going to now put that to the side. I want to just glue this as well. So remember, we lapped this. I want to just get that glued down. So just a little bit there. It's not much that I'm lapping it over. And you want to make sure that however far you lap the one sheet of paper over, you do it to the same, you know, the same amount, the same width. Right, so hopefully these two, she says, haven't measured yet, but yeah, luckily I did do it. All right, so we've got this now. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to fit this bit underneath, and we're going to have this one come up on top. All right, so I will just show you that again. I've got this bit. We folded this one in half. I want to stress that a little bit. Okay, now you want to get that down there, you want to get that on the top there. So this is sandwiched in the middle of these two. All right, and just tap that nicely like that. Now what I want to do is I want to put that side down. I want to lift this side up, and I'm going to stick this down on 3 sides. Now what's important to note is which side you're going to put this on your page. Now if I just grab that page there quickly, I'm going to have it on this side, and I want a pocket on that side. So that means this is the side I do not want to glue. All right, so I'm going to put a little cross here to remind me that it's not that side, because I'm going to quickly just line it up. All right, so that's the side I don't want glue on. So let's just get that centralized. All right, hold it down like that. And you can see it won't go straight to the bottom there, and that's fine. And then we want to put a bit of glue over here like that. We want to put glue along here, and some glue along the top here, if you can see it off the end of my board. Right, and keep holding that. Oh my gosh, I moved it. I moved it, she said. Right, we'll have to do that again without lifting that bit up. Right, I think I've got it right. I think I do. Let's just get that a little bit over, and then hopefully I've got that right. And we don't have a lot of time with the art glitter glue, but I'm just going to hope that I've got it right. And then give that a smush down. Okay. Now, with what I'm going to do at the back here is I am going to end up sticking this down. So this particular section here is going to make another pocket for me underneath there, if I can get my finger in there. It's not that side, Angela, it's this side. Okay, so you've got a pocket in there. All right. There is a pocket over here, and if you were giving this as a happy mail, you could do that, but I'm not. I'm going to just stick that down. I don't need that one for this purpose. All right, so we've got that there. We've got our flap that's going to come up there. We've got a little pocket in there, and I think we've got a pocket in there and a pocket in there. So there are 4 pockets going on here. Now you might want to put a little notch out of there, and I probably will in a moment. So that's what we've got, and we're going to decorate that. All right, so grab your goodies and come and join me to decorate. So I've just pulled out that page that we're going to stick it down on, and I've grabbed a punch here, and I'm going to just punch a little notch here like that. Okay, you don't have to do this if you don't have a circle punch, but if you don't have something, use like your art glitter glue or something around you that can use as a template. I used to do that a lot before I managed to collect punches, and you know, I've been doing this a good few years now, and I've only recently in this year managed to collect some of the circle punches. So it was just slowly, you know. Right, you've got that bit there. You're going to have your little bit come down over there like that, and it's at this point that I think, no, we won't do that yet. All right, so that's looking good. Now I want to stick this down here like this. I'm going to use that as a tuck spot, as I said. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate it first. So I'm going to do what I want to do on here first. Right, we'll just put these on just to keep it down for the moment. All right, so over here I've got a couple of die cuts and that daisy. I've just pulled these together here. I've got some greenery, so we've got this one. I've got this, 2 green pieces, a yellow and a pink, and I'm picking up all the colors that are in here and this one, and I'm going to start arranging them. So this is sort of what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that there, the pink at the back, the green over there. I want the yellow sort of, no, move that there. So I want that sort of effect. All right, so I'm going to stick those down instead of boring you, and then ultimately I'm going to stick that one on the top. Okay, so you can see I've just stuck those 4 down. I've got my little daisy here, and I'm going to just stick it over the top like that. Yeah, and then I think we'll just put this little quote, April hath put a spirit of youth in everything, William Shakespeare. I love that. I think I'm going to actually stick that on the inside pocket. So I've taken one of the little strips of paper that we cut off from this, and I am going to just put that across the middle there. So let's just get some glue on there quickly, and then I'm going to put that over there. And that's going to decorate this because I didn't really have any space to do it on the front. Now you could add lots of other details or pictures or writing spaces on here. This would make a great little writing space, this section. over there, so that's great. We've got that little bit just over there, and I think I'm going to just add this little butterfly, maybe just over there. So let's do that. I don't normally put butterflies not on flowers, so we'll see. We'll just put it there before I change my mind. Right, so that looks good. Okay, then all we want to do is we want to do a little bit of decoration on the top here. So I'm going to open that flap up. I've got this little bit of lace that I had remaining in my scrap box. It's about just over 1 inch wide, so any scrappy lace that you've got that's over 1 inch wide, go and grab it. And I suppose I didn't really need to round the corners. Didn't think that through, did I? But I'm going to put some glue there, like that. And then we can stick this down. So let's get it like that. Yeah. And then my sharp scissors. That's another bit I can add to a cluster or something, and you know I will. Right, let's just put those there. Then I've got this lovely frayed ribbon, which I haven't used yet, and I wanted to, and I never like the top of lace that looks like this, so I thought this is perfect. I'm going to stick that over there like that. So I'm going to get that down as well. Well, I'm scared of these scissors. They've cut me badly before. With the points. Yeah. Okay, so we've got that done. All right, it's coming together. Got a little bit of something I want to just put at the top here, so I'm just clipping these together in the meantime, just to keep the top down until I put my Velcro piece on. Right, so I've got my little flowers. I put 2 flowers together. They're ones I've had. I got this little die cut. So I think I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, but I had an intention of putting it like that. So I've got my 2 flowers. So here's one with a bit of yellow and pink, which I'm going to put on first. And then this little one here, something like this. I'm usually one that likes 3s. Odd numbers, so I've brought a couple of these. I'm not sure what I'm really doing, and I've also brought the little tag because I wasn't sure if I was going to add that. I don't think I am. So okay, so we're going to have this there, we're going to have this there. I'm going to stick that down. All right, so let me do that quickly. Right, so you can see I've just put those 2 flowers on there, and then I added some of these little pure ones. Just want to cut off that like that. So that looks really cute. It looks like the flowers are part of the greenery, and it just decorates up that whole flap, which I love. Right, so we're ready to take those off now, and then all that I need to do is put on a combination of the little, what you call these, Velcro dot things. So I'm going to put it just below here, this notch, thumb notch, and then there we go. That's going to keep it closed. So yeah, perfect. So I can open that up now, just give that a good push and that a good push. So it's stuck down. Okay, now we are ready to put this onto our page. So I'm going to go like that. Remember, this is the side where we've got the little pocket. So I'm going to get it in like this with a little space to put my little card in, because it just gives me that few moments to, you know, get it in place. I'm going a little bit away from the edge here, just so that I'm going to do a fair amount at the top, because my tag is not that big. But yeah, we've got plenty space to make sure it's going to stay fixed to the page. Right, and now I must tell you, I messed up my other board trying to clean it with acetone, pure acetone. I took all the black lines off in a whole section of it, and oh my gosh, I had to get my old one out. So this is my old board. But yeah, it's all right. I've given this one a scrub as well, but not with acetone. You know, worrying about a couple of stupid little brown stains on it. I don't know why. I destroyed the thing, so now it looks awful. No worries. I'll use it when I'm working in, you know, mixed media or something. So it's not going in the bin. Right, there we go. So I've got that all done. So now all we need to do is take our ephemera pieces. So let's just open this up again. And we are going to put a few bits in here. So this one, I've just stuck a butterfly on there and then on there. And I'm going to just put that in there and the smaller one in here. All right, so that's that. Use this bit here, I would, as a writing spot really. Then you've got a secret writing spot here. And I'm not going to put anything in there, but something can go in there. You've got to leave something for other things. I think I might put this in here. So let's try it in here. If not, it can go in a secret spot. But yeah, that's what's going to go in there. All right. And then we can close this. And we are going to put this one into the pocket that we made over here. And there we have it. Right, me with my bows. All right, everybody, that's our quick little Sunday project, which wasn't so quick, but it was fun to make, and I hope that it gives you some ideas for embellishments, as well as what to do with pages that you have, that you want to make something exciting with lots of pockets and hidey places. Go and have a lovely Sunday. We've got a holiday off tomorrow. Not that I'm having any days off, but it gives me time to catch up on all sorts of admin stuff and things like I have to do every week. So yeah, I'm glad for that. And I will see you all again on Tuesday with another exciting video. I will be bringing my new kit, hopefully, in a week's time. So I hope you look forward to seeing that. I'm coming to the end of that. So yeah, I will probably do that next week. If I'm ready Friday, but if not, Sunday. All right, everyone, stay well, take good care of yourselves, and thank you as always for watching. It's always amazing to share this time with you. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.